Hare Krishna，贵州队晚上好，
Haribo Padmamuki Tinbaini
请外您的莲花酥。今
Tin
天雅洁翻译，
Shefani
雅洁，
Oh Yachi oh
嗯嗯，他已经
Tanzania
他已经在，我们开始啊。
Recording in progress.
Om Jnanatimmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chaksurun Militanyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we're reading Krishna Book and we're beginning today chapter number 85 entitled Krishna Retrieves Devaki's Dead Sons.
我们今天讲的是 Krishna 的故事，Krishna's Book。我们今天讲第85章。这一章的这个名字是Krishna 他拯救了这个 Devaki 的死去的儿子。
So it's a Vedic custom that the junior members of the family should offer respect to the seniors every morning.
在伟大的传统当中呢，家里比较年轻的人去崇拜这个年长的人，或者说向年长的人表达尊重每天表达尊重是这样一个传统。
Just like the children should offer respect to their parents.
就像孩子应该对父母表达尊重一样。
In the same way also disciple will offer respect to their guru.
同样的，门徒也会向灵性导师表示尊重。
So Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram, they used to also follow this principle.
主 Krishna 和主Balaram 也遵循这一个原则。
They would go every morning and offer their obeisances to their parents, Vasudeva and Devaki.
每天早晨呢，他们都会向父母 Vasudeva 和 Devaki 献上他们的尊敬。
So one day, after
有一天
they returned from performing the sacrificial, after doing the sacrifice, when they all had gone to Kurukshetra and performed sacrifice, so after that they came back to Dwarka.
有一天在 Kurukshetra 进行完了这个火祭之后，他们回到了多尔卡。
Yeah, the fire was performed at Kurukshetra.
这个火祭是在 Kurukshetra 举行。
So they came back to Dwarka and they went to Krishna Balaram. They came to offer their respects to Vasudeva.
所以他们回到多尔卡之后，向 Vasudeva 献上他们的尊敬。
And at that time, Vasudeva was appreciating the exalted position of his two sons, that they were such great personalities.
Vasudeva 呢就对两个儿子的这样非常崇高的地位非常感激。他们两个是非常伟大的人格。
When they had been at Kurukshetra, Vasudeva had seen how all the great sages were respecting his two sons, Krishna and Balaram.
在 Kurukshetra 的时候 ，Vasudeva 看到了很多的圣人是如何的顶拜主 Balaram 和 Krishna 的。
So Vasudeva also experienced how Krishna and Balaram were not ordinary beings, but they were very, very special children.
所以 Vasudeva 也体验到了 Krishna 和 Balaram 不是寻常的孩子，他们是非常非常特别的。
So Vasudeva had heard from the sages that his sons were actually the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And when he heard this from them, he believed it also.
瓦苏德夫从圣人那里听说他的儿子是至尊人和守神，当他听到这个说法的时候，自己非常的确信，非常相信。
So Vasudeva had very strong faith in both Krishna and Lord Balaram.
所以瓦苏德夫对主 Krishna 和 Balaram 具有非常强烈的这个信心。
So Vasudeva addressed them, he began to say, "My dear Krishna, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead and you're full of eternity knowledge, your form is full of eternity, knowledge and bliss."
所以瓦苏德夫就这样称呼到 Krishna 说：“亲爱的 Krishna， 亲爱的儿子，你是至尊人格守神。你的形象，你的形体是永恒的，充满了知识，充满了喜悦。”
And then he addressed Lord Balaram. He told Lord Balaram, he said, "You are Sankarshan. You are the master of all mystic power."
然后他称主 Balaram 说：“你是 Sankarshan， 你是所有神秘力量的主人。”
So Vasudeva said, "I now understand that you are eternal. Both of you are transcendental to the material world."
瓦苏德夫说：“现在我知道你们是永恒的，你们两个呢，都是超然的，超越了这个物质的存在。”
Vasudeva said to Krishna and Balaram, "You are the original controller of all this material world."
瓦苏德夫对 Krishna 和 Balaram 说：“你们是所有的一切物质世界的最终的控制者。”
You are the creator, and you're also you provide the ingredients for the creation.
你们是最初的创造者，并且为创造提供了元素。
And you are the master of the whole material world.
你是整个物质世界的主人。
And this material world is created just for your pastimes, only for your pastimes.
整个物质世界是为了你的逍遥时光而被创造，并且只为了你的逍遥时光而创造。
The different phases of time that are manifest from the beginning of the creation to the end are also because of you.
不同的时间被创造，从初始的时候被创造，也只是因为你。
Vasudeva said, "Krishna and Balaram, you are both the cause and the effect of this manifestation."
瓦苏德夫说 ：“Krishna Balaram， 你们是创造的原因，也是创造的这个结果。”
There are two features of the material world. There's the predominator and the predominated.
物质世界有两个特征，一个是控制者，一个是被控制的。
So Vasudeva said to Krishna and Balaram, "You are the supreme transcendental controller, and you're above everything."
因此，瓦苏德夫对 Krishna 和 Balaram 说：“你们是至尊的掌控者，你们是超越一切的。”
You're beyond beyond the perception of our senses.
你们是超越了我们感官的存在。
You're the supreme soul. You're unborn and unchanging.
你们是超人的灵魂，你们不会经历出生，也不会经历死亡。
And you're not affected by any of the changes which occur in the material body.
你们也不会被物质世界当中发生的这些事情所影响。
And you're the cause of varieties in the material world. You create these varieties.
你们是这个物质世界如此多种多样的创造的主人创始者，是你创造了这一切。
You've entered as a super soul into everyone's heart, even into the atom.
然后你进入到每个灵魂的每个躯体的超灵当中，每个躯体的心中。
So you're the maintainer of everything.
你是一切的维系者。
There are life principles in everything. There's a living force in everything. And that force, that living force comes from you.
每一个生物都有自己的这个生命原则，它们都具有一股生命力。这个生命力是来自于你。
You are the supreme person behind everything.
你是一切背后的至尊主人。
Without your will, nothing can work. Material energy cannot do anything without you, without your sanction.
没有你的意愿，一切都无法发生。物质世界是因为有你的意愿，有你的这个决策，才在运行当中。
The material energy has to be agitated to act, and that agitation is done by you.
物质能量需要被搅动才能够运行，这个搅动是由你来进行的。
And living entities, they try to act, but without the sanction of the Supreme Lord, they cannot do anything.
尽管生物个体尝试着活动，但是没有主的决定，他们是无法活动的。
The original energy comes from you.
最初的能量是由你而产生。
The light of the moon, the heat of fire, and the rays of the sun, it's all coming from you.
月亮的光，然后火的热度和太阳的这个热度，全部都是来自于你。
And the glittering of the stars are due to you.
星星的闪烁也是因为你。
And the gravity of the mountains is also because of you.
大山的重量也是因为你。
And the fragrance of the earth is also due to you.
土地的芬芳也是因为你。
The pure taste of water and the vital force which maintains life are all due to you. The pure taste of water. Haribo? Yeah. Haribo? 呀呀
刚才是不是声音没有了？
刚才根本就没有声音。
好的。水的纯净的味道是因为你，然后一切生物的生命力也是来自于你。
And Vasudeva goes on to describe many different features of the Lord.
就这样，Vasudeva继续描述了很多主的特征。
He says the power of thinking, feeling, and willing is due to you.
他说，思考的力量、感受的力量，也都是来自于你。
And the body grows due to the body grows, and there are different movements of the air within the body. It's all due to the energy of the Supreme Lord.
躯体会生长，在躯体当中有生命之气的流动，也都是因为至尊主。
The supreme sound, Omkara, is also a representation of you.
至尊的声音 Omkara 也是您的一个显化。
And the demigods who are controllers of the senses, they're all under your control.
感官的控制者半神人也由您控制着。
And the memory of the living entities is also due to Krishna.
生物体的记忆力也是由 Krishna 所控制。
And then Vasudeva says also, he says, the ego, the egoistic principle of ignorance is the cause of this material world. And this is also coming from you.
Vasudeva 继续说，假我的这种原则假我的存在一切物质世界的这个物质世界的原因也是由您，也是因为您。
So in this way, Vasudeva says to Krishna, Lord Krishna, you are the original cause of all causes.
就这样 Vasudeva 对 Krishna 说，你是一切的缘由，最初的缘由。
Just like the earth is the cause of different kinds of trees and plants.
就像土地，这个大地，它是所有的树木和所有的植物的由来。
The earth is present in everything, so you are also present everywhere.
土是在一切都存在于一切当中，你也存在于一切当中。
You are the eternal principle.
你是永恒的原则。
Everything is a manifestation of your energy.
所有的一切都是你的能量的显化。
And there are three qualities of material nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance.
物质自然它有3种属性：善良形态、激情形态和愚昧形态。
And these three modes of nature, they're all linked up by the agency of Yoga Maya.
物质自然的这3种形态，它们彼此之间相互连接，是由 Yoga Maya 的掌控、它的操作而发生的。
And Yoga Maya is the energy of Lord Krishna.
Yoga Maya 是主 Krishna 的能量。
So that the material energy rests upon you as you're the super soul. This material energy rests upon you.
因此，物质能量依附于你，你是超灵，所有的物质能量都依附于你。
You are the cause of everything.
你是一切发生的原因。
So there are 6 phases which go through in material life, beginning with birth, and then growing, and then maintaining.
在物质生命当中有6个阶段首先是出生，然后是成长，然后是维系。
And then changing and deteriorating, dwindling, deteriorating, and finally destruction.
之后是改变，然后衰老，最终是灭亡。
So these changes are there in the material world, but not in Krishna. Krishna never changes.
所有一切的改变只存在于物质世界当中，Krishna永远都不会改变。
So Yoga Maya is Krishna's energy. And
Yoga Maya 是
by his energy, he's present in everything.
Yoga Maya 是 Krishna 的能量。
So this is explained also in the Bhagavad Gita in the 9th chapter.
在《薄伽梵歌》第9章中也有解释。
Krishna says that by me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded.
Krishna 说，通过我 我不同形体sorry Maharaj, can you just repeat?
By me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded.
Krishna 说，因为我和我没有展现的能量，整个物质宇宙被维系着。
Yeah. Krishna is saying, in my impersonal feature, I'm spread all over the material world.
Krishna 说，我非人格的这个化身是充满了整个的宇宙。
Everything is resting in me, but I am not there.
所有的一切都依附于我，但是我并不在那里。
So Vasudeva is saying the same thing to Lord Krishna.
Vasudeva 对 Krishna 说了同样的话。
He is saying that Krishna is not present everywhere.
他说 Krishna 并不在一切当中显现。
By saying that, he is saying that he is aloof from everything.
他的意思是 Krishna 并不接触所有的这一切。
Everything is done through Krishna's energy, but he's not personally there.
所有一切都是通过 Krishna 的能量而产生和发生的，但是 Krishna 并不在那儿。
So we give an example to understand this.
所以我们举了例子，让大家去理解这句话。
In a big company, in a big organization, the energy or the organization of the company is working in every part of the business.
例如在一个公司当中，这个公司的管理是存在的，管理可以是在各个方面都可以体现出来。
But that doesn't mean that the original proprietor of the company has to be there himself.
但是这并不意味着这个公司的创始人需要在那儿。
In every department, they may feel the presence of the owner of the company.
在每一个部门当中，都可能感受到创始人的这种存在。
So his physical presence is felt in every department.
虽然他的这个存在可能每个部门都能感受到，
But that is just a formality.
但这只是一种形式。
Krishna's energy is working everywhere.
Krishna 的能量存在于各处，
And we can feel the presence of Krishna.
我们能够感受到 Krishna 的存在。
We feel it in the action of his energies.
我们在他这种能量的运行当中感受到。
So this is the philosophy of inconceivably, simultaneously one and different.
所以这就是我们的哲学，是不可思议的，是本质同样的又不一样的。
Yeah, the Lord is one, but his energies are many different energies.
主是人格的，但是它的能量是可以很多不同的形式体现。
So Vasudeva continues with his prayers. He says, this material world is like a great river, and its waves are the three modes of nature.
Vasudeva 继续祈祷，他说整个的物质世界就像一条河流，然后不同的物质形态，它们就像河流当中的波浪一样。
The material body has senses, and the mind is thinking and feeling and willing.
物质躯体具有感官，然后我们的心意，它可以思考，可以感受，可以做出决策。
And then sometimes there will be distress, sometimes there will be happiness, sometimes there will be attachment and lust.
有的时候我们会经历苦难，有的时候会经历快乐，有的时候我们会感受到这种欲望。
Yeah, attachment and lust
有的时候我们感受到依附和欲望。
These are all different products of the three qualities of nature.
所有的这一切都是三种物质形态的一个产物。
But some people are very foolish. They do not understand Krishna's transcendental identity above the material energy.
有的人非常的愚蠢，他们并不理解奎师那的这种超越物质世界的超然的存在。
So they will continue in the material world, taking birth and dying. They will never get liberated from the material world.
所以他们会继续在物质世界当中体验生死轮回，无法在物质世界当中解脱。
In the Bhagavad Gita, in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that anybody who knows about his appearance and activities, then they can get free from the clutches of material life.
在《薄伽梵歌》第4章中，奎师那说到，任何了解他的形象和活动的人，可以从物质世界的枷锁当中解脱出来。
And they can go back home, back to Godhead.
他们可以回归到灵性家园，回归神手。
So Krishna's name and form, activities are not material.
奎师那的圣名，他的形象，他的活动，并不是物质属性的。
Vasudeva says to Krishna, he says, despite all the defects of conditioned souls, if somebody comes in contact with devotional service, then he's the most fortunate soul.
瓦苏对吧？继续对奎师那说，尽管受制约的灵魂，他们具有种种的缺陷，但是如果一个灵魂能够接触到奉爱服务，他是非常非常幸运的。
And he's able to do more. He'll be able to make progress in devotional service.
他会在奉爱服务当中获得进步。
But people who are illusioned by the material energy, they don't take advantage of the human form of life.
但是那些被物质世界所迷惑的人，他们并不能够好好的利用人类的生命。
They don't get the chance. They don't get free of the wheel of birth and death. They remain in that material world.
他们没有机会从生死轮回当中解脱，会继续留在这个物质世界之中。
Because they have the bodily concept of life, and because of false ego, they become attached to the things in relation to the body.
因为这种躯体化的概念，对生命躯体化的理解，因为他们的假我，他们对躯体对这些关系非常的依附。
And they become very attached to false temporary relationships and feelings of love and affection which they have for people in the material world.
所以他们就对这种虚假的、非常暂时的关系非常的依附，并且对这种关系当中的一些感受到的爱、一些情感非常的依附。
So the whole material world practically is suffering from this problem.
基本上整个的物质世界都因此而受苦。
So then Vasudeva says to Krishna and Balaram, he said, I know that neither of you are actually my son. Both of you are the original chief personality of Godhead.
瓦苏德瓦对 Krishna 和 Balaram 说：“我 我知道你们两个其实不是我的孩子，你们两个人呢都是至尊人格守神。
You are the Purusha, and you are the you have appeared on this planet just to minimize the burden of the world by killing all the Kshatriya kings.
你们是 Purusha，你们出现在这个地球上，是为了减轻这里的负担，因此会杀死那些战士，那些 Kshatriya。
The Kshatriya kings were increasing their strength unnecessarily, so Krishna came to adjust the situation.
因为这些国王他们增加，他们想获得很多的力量，这个Krishna 来到这个世界上去，改变这一个现象。
So Vasudeva said to Krishna and Balaram, "You already told me about this in the past."
Vasudeva 对 Krishna 和 Balaram 说：“你们之前已经和我说过。”
You are the shelter for the surrendered souls.
你们是臣服的灵魂的庇所。
And you're a well-wisher for those who are meek and humble.
你们是那些谦卑的人，他们的祝福者。
So Vasudeva said, "I am taking shelter of your lotus feet."
Vasudeva 说：“我托庇于你们的莲花足。”
So I know that you can give me freedom from the material existence.
我知道你能让我从物质存在中获得解脱。
Vasudeva says to Krishna and Balaram, "For a long time, I've been thinking the body to be myself."
Vasudeva 对 Krishna 和 Balaram 说：“很长时间以来，我以为这个物质躯体就是我。”
And although you are the supreme personality of Godhead, I've been thinking that you are actually my son.
虽然你们是至尊人格守神，但是我把你们看作是我的孩子。
You first appeared in Kamsa's prison house, and at that time you told me you were the supreme personality of Godhead.
最初你在康萨的监狱当中出现，那个时候你告诉我你是至尊人格守神。
And you told me you'd appeared in this world in order to protect the principles of religion.
你告诉我你来到这个世界上是为了去维护宗教原则。
And you also came to destroy the unfaithful.
同时你也来毁灭那些没有信仰的人。
And I know you are unborn, but still you appear in every millennium.
我知道你从未经历出生，但是在每一个年代你仍然出现。
You come to fulfill your mission.
你来到这里去实现你的使命。
Just like in this, Vasudeva said, in the sky there are many different forms appearing and disappearing.
就像天空中有各种各样的形样出现了又消失。
So in the same way, you appear in eternal forms and then you disappear.
同样的，你以永恒的形象出现，然后又消失了。
So very difficult to understand your pastimes and the mystery of your appearance and disappearance.
因此，想理解你的逍遥时光，想理解你出现又消失这样子的神秘的发生，是非常困难的。
Our only business is to glorify your supreme greatness.
我们唯一要做的就是荣耀你的至尊和无上。
So while Vasudeva was offering these prayers to Krishna and Balaram were just smiling at him.
当Vasudeva 向奎师那和巴拉拉姆献上这个祈祷的时候，奎师那和巴拉拉姆只是向他微笑。
Krishna and Balaram are always very affectionate to their devotees.
奎师那和巴拉拉姆对他们的奉献者总是充满了爱的情感。
And they accepted everything Vasudeva was saying about them.
他们接受了 Vasudeva 所说的关于他们的一切。
So Krishna replied to his father, he said, "My dear father, whatever you may say, whatever you may say about us, it's true."
奎师那说：“亲爱的父亲，你所说的关于我们的一切都是真实的。”
And Krishna says to Vasudeva, "We are your sons."
奎师那对Vasudeva 说：“我们是你的儿子。”
And what you're saying, that's a very highly philosophical understanding of spiritual knowledge.
你所说的是关于灵性知识的非常哲学的一些理解。
But I accept what you say. I accept everything you say.
但是我接受你所说的一切。
So Vasudeva was completely perfect in life. He considered Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram to be his sons.
所以 Vasudeva 他把奎师那和巴拉拉姆看作是自己生活当中的儿子，他很完美。
But when they'd been at Kurukshetra, the sages who had come at the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, they had spoken about Krishna and as the supreme cause of everything.
但是在库鲁什传上，那些圣人们他们说奎师那是一切的创造者。
So Vasudeva just repeated what he'd heard from the sages.
所以 Vasudeva 仅仅是重复了那些圣人所说的话。
And he repeated, he was showing his love for Krishna and Balaram.
他向奎师那和巴拉拉姆表达自己的爱。
So Krishna didn't want to disturb his relationship with Vasudeva, where Vasudeva's the father and Krishna's the son. Krishna didn't want to disturb that relationship.
奎师那并不想去影响他和 Vasudeva 之间这种父子的关系。
So Krishna accepts that he is the eternal son of Vasudeva, and Vasudeva is the eternal father of Krishna.
奎师那接受 Vasudeva 是自己永恒的父亲，Vasudeva 接受奎师那是自己永恒的儿子。
So then Lord Krishna told his father about the spiritual identity of all the living entities.
奎师那告诉了他的父亲所有生物体的灵魂的身份。
Krishna said to Vasudeva, he said, "My dear father, everyone and everything, including me and my brother Balaram, as well as all the inhabitants of Dwarka, and the whole cosmic creation, are exactly as you have explained."
奎师那说：“我亲爱的父亲，所有的一切包括我巴拉拉姆以及多尔卡所有的居民，以及宇宙整个的创造，正如你所说。”
All of us are qualitatively one. We're one in quality, different in quantity.
从本质上来说，从本性上来说，我们都是一样的，但是从数量上来说，我们是不同的。
So Lord Krishna wanted Vasudeva to see everything with the vision of like a Mahabhagwat, a first-class devotee.
所以奎师那希望 Vasudeva 用一个马哈巴嘎瓦塔的视角去看待整个世界，以一个一级奉献者的视角去看待这个世界。
The first-class devotee will see all the living entities as part and parcel of Krishna.
一级的奉献者会把所有的生物体都看作是Krishna的一部分。
And they'll say that Krishna is in everyone's heart.
他们也会在每一个生物体的心中看到Krishna的存在。
Every living entity has a spiritual identity.
每一个生物体都有一个灵性的身份。
But because they're in touch with the material energy, they become influenced by the three modes of nature.
但是因为和物质能量的接触和三种物质形态的接触，他们被物质能量所影响。
And we become covered by some bodily identity.
我们被这种躯体化的概念所遮盖了。
We forget that we're all spirit souls of the same quality as Krishna.
我们忘记了，我们都是灵魂，和 Krishna 具有相同的本性。
So it's by mistake we think one individual to be different from another.
因为这种错误的观念，我们以为每一个人都是不一样的。
We see differences because of the body coverings.
我们看到这种差异和区别，是因为物质躯体的遮盖。
So because there's a difference between the bodies, the spirit souls appear to be different, but actually the spirit souls are not different.
因为这种躯体化的概念，我们以为灵魂是有所不同的，但是所有的灵魂都是相同的。
So then Lord Krishna gives an example concerning the 5 material elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether.
主奎师那接下来就举了一个例子，讲述了5种自然的元素，土、水、火、空气、以太。
So these 5 elements are present in everything in the material world.
这5种元素在物质创造的一切当中都存在。
They're in the clay pot, or they're in a mountain, or they're in the trees.
它们在这种土罐里边存在，在树中也存在，在大山之中也存在。
And they're even in an earring.
Sorry, Maharaj,
They're in an earring that ladies decorate their ears with an earring.
它们甚至存在于这个女士的耳环之中。
So these 5 elements are present in different proportions and quantities.
这5种元素，它们存在的比例是不一样的。
You have a mountain, which is a huge form of the combination of the 5 elements.
例如一座山，它是由这几种元素以不同比例所组成的。
But the clay pot is a much smaller quantity.
但是一个小土罐，它具有的这5种元素的数量就要小的很多。
So the material items, they have different shapes, different quantities, but the same ingredients.
因此这些物质的东西，它们都具有这5种元素，只不过数量和比例不同。
So the same is true for the living entities. We can begin from Lord Krishna, and then there's millions of Vishnu forms, and then all the living entities.
生物个体也是一样的，从主奎师那开始，维师奴它的形体可以是有很多种不一样的形体。
The living entities from Lord Brahma down to the tiny ant are all of the same spiritual quality.
从生物个体，从主 Brahma 开始到最小的这个昆虫，它们的本性都是一样的。
Spiritual quality is the same.
灵性的性质是一样的。
So some are great in quantity, and some are small.
但是在他们有一些之中，这个数量是灵性的这种性质，它的数量是比其他的要大。
Quality-wise, they're the same.
从性质上来说是一样的。
So it's stated in the Upanishads that Krishna is the chief among all living entities.
在奥义书至尊奥义书当中所说，奎师那是一切的主人。
And he maintains everyone and supplies them with everything they need for life.
他维系着所有的人，并且给他们提供生命所需要的东西。
And anybody who knows this philosophy, he's in perfect knowledge.
任何知道这个哲学的人，具备了完美的知识。
And in the Vedas, they often quote this aphorism, Tat Tvam Asi, meaning thou art the same.
在韦达当中，经常会有这样一个引用，叫做 "Tatvamasi"，就是都是一样的。
Means that it doesn't, that we should understand this properly. This does not mean that everybody is God, but that everyone is of the same qualities and the same nature as God.
我们要正确的理解它的含义，这并不意味着每一个人都是神，而意味着每一个人的本性和神是一样的。
So in this way, Krishna was speaking the Vedic philosophy, the philosophy of spiritual life, but he was speaking it in a very short and a simple manner.
所以就以这种方式，奎师那讲述了伟大的一个哲学，关于灵性生活的一个哲学。他用一种简单的方式去阐述。
So Vasudeva was very pleased with his son.
Vasudeva 对他的儿子们感到非常的开心和满意。
He was so happy he couldn't speak. He just remained silent.
因为充满了喜悦，他甚至都没有办法讲话，所以他保持沉默。
But then Devaki, who is the wife of Vasudeva, the mother of Lord Krishna, she was sitting by the side of her husband, and she had heard about Krishna and Balaram. She wanted to say something.
Devaki 作为 Vasudeva 的妻子，奎师那的母亲也听说了一些关于奎师那的事情，她坐在旁边。
So she said she had heard that Krishna and Balaram were very kind to their teacher being Sandipani Muni.
他听说奎师那和巴拉 ram 对老师非常的尊重，他们的老师Sandipani
Muni.
Sandipani Muni 他们的老师。
Yeah. So what Krishna and Balaram had done is they brought back the teacher's dead son from the Yamaraj.
所以奎师那和巴拉 ram 做了什么呢？他们把老师的死去的儿子从雅木河中带了回来。
So Devaki had heard about this, how Krishna and Balaram had brought back the dead son for their guru. So she'd been thinking about her own sons who'd all been killed by Kamsa.
所以 Devaki 听说了奎师那和巴拉 ram 把老师的儿子死去的儿子带了回来，这让他想起自己的儿子被 Kamsa 所杀害的儿子。
and just by thinking about her own sons, she became overwhelmed with grief.
当他想起自己的儿子，他被一种悲伤给控制了。
So she was feeling compassion for her dead sons, and she appealed to Krishna and Balaram.
他对自己的死去的儿子充满了怜悯。这时候，他出现在奎师那和巴拉 ram 的面前。
So she spoke first of all to Balaram, and she says to Balaram, she said, your name suggests that you give all pleasure and all strength to everyone.
他先对巴拉让们说：“巴拉让，你的名字显示了，你给予所有的人喜悦并和力量。”
And you have powers which is beyond our own minds and words. You have inconceivable powers.
你的力量甚至没有办法被语言和文字所形容。你的力量是让人惊叹，没有办法理解的。
And then she speaks to Lord Krishna and she said, "My dear Krishna, you are the master of all the mystic yogis."
接下来，他对奎师那说：“主奎师那啊，你是所有神秘力量的主人。”
Devaki says to Krishna, "I know you are the master of the Prajapatis like Brahma and his assistants."
Devaki 对奎师那说：“我知道你是所有 Prajapati 的主人，例如 Brahma 以及他的助手。”
And you are the original personality of Godhead, Narayan.
你是最初的至尊人格守神 Narayan。
And I know you have appeared in this world just to end all kinds of corruption in the religious principles.
Narayana 出现在这个世界当中，就是为了终止所有的这些腐败的原则。
Devaki said, I know that there are people who have lost control of their minds and senses.
Devaki 说：“我知道有一些人，他们失去了对感官和心意的控制。”
And they've fallen from the quality of goodness.
他们从善良形态之中堕落下去了。
And they don't follow any of the principles of the scriptures.
他们不遵循经典上讲述的任何的原则。
Instead, they lead a life of extravagance and impudence.
而过着这种非常彰显的、非常堕落的生活。
But Devaki said, you've come on the earth to stop all of this.
Devaki 说：“你出现在这个世界上，就是为了终止这一切。”
You want to kill all these miscreants.
你想杀掉所有的这些堕落的人。
And I know that Mahavishnu, who is laying on the causal ocean, that he is just simply an expansion of your plenary portion.
我知道这个马哈维什努，他只是你的一部分。
And the creation, the maintenance and destruction of the material world are all done just by a tiny plenary portion of you.
仅仅有你的一小部分，整个的物质宇宙被创造、被维系着，然后被毁灭。
So I take shelter of you. This Devaki is saying, I take shelter of you.
Devaki 说：“因此我托庇于你。”
I heard when you wanted to reward your teacher, he asked you to bring back his dead son.
我听说，Sorry, Maharaj, can I just repeat?
I heard you wanted to reward your teacher.
By bring the dead son back.
Yeah.
我听说了，为了去取悦你的老师，你把他死亡的儿子带回来了。
So you and Balaram immediately brought him from Yamaraj's kingdom, although he had been dead for a long time.
所以你和巴拉若姆把他从死神亚马尔那里带了回来。
No, no, thank you. So I understand that you are the supreme master of all yogis.
所以我知道你是所有的所有瑜伽士的至尊的主人。
So please fulfill my desire in the same way.
因此，请以同样的方式满足我的愿望吧。
I want you to bring back all my sons who were killed by Kamsa.
我希望你把我所有被 Kamsa 所杀害的儿子们都带回来。
And that way, then my heart will be content. I'll be peaceful. It will be a great pleasure for me just to see them once.
仅仅是再次见到他们，就能让我的心充满了喜悦和平和。
All right, so this is a good place to stop. And we'll take if there's any questions.
我们在这个地方停下来，大家可以提问。
Maybe not many people there tonight. We're a bit late going online.
Somebody raised a hand.
Oh, really?
Yes. Devaki Sachi.
Oh, yeah. Devaki Sachi has a question. She has so many questions. Okay.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, I'll translate the question into Chinese first. 所以这个Yuvati Sachi Mataji 的问题就是说，在《博萨梵歌》第9章第12节，这个注释当中，帕布帕说了，有一些奉献者，他们练习奎师那知觉，并且从事奉爱服务，但是他们心里却不接受奎师那作为至尊人格守神，并不接受奎师那是至尊的真理，最高的真理。我们如何能够认识到自己心中这样子的想法或者这样子的心态，并且去纠正这个错误的认知，而不是说觉得自己在奎师那知觉和奉爱服务当中，就很好了，看不到自己的这样一个错误的观念。
Yes. We have to very carefully understand the philosophy of Krishna consciousness.
我们需要很小心谨慎的去理解奎师那知觉的哲学。
And we have to apply ourselves to practicing the philosophy, not only just learning and knowing the philosophy, but practicing the principles behind the philosophy.
并且我们要把这个哲学和知识运用起来，不仅仅是理解，而是真正的运用这些哲学。
Just like Krishna says, surrender to me. We have to surrender to Krishna.
就像奎师那说，臣服于我，我们要臣服于奎师那。
Krishna's surrender means not only Krishna is able to protect us, and only Krishna is maintaining us.
这种臣服意味着我们知道只有奎师那可以保护我们，只有奎师那可以维系我们。
But we are thinking, well, yeah, I believe in Krishna, but still we make all of our own arrangements for our own, maintenance and protection and everything else.
但是我们嘴上说着，我相信 Krishna， 但是我们却一边自己安排着如何维系自己，自己安排着如何去保护自己。
So, actually taking full shelter of Lord Krishna is something which we have to gradually come to that stage. It's not going to be something you could immediately do.
因此，托庇于 Krishna 是我们需要逐渐一步一步的做到的事情，而不是一下子实现的。
We want to be faithful to Krishna. We want to have trust in Krishna. We have to give ourselves fully to the service of Krishna.
我们想要对 Krishna 保持信念，信任 Krishna， 把我们的一切都用在给 Krishna 的服务之中。
So human life is meant to be divided like that. We see that there are stages in life where you go through, come to retirement and renunciation. These things are for later in life.
人类的这个生命它是有不同的阶段的。在年长一些的时候，我们来到一个退休的阶段，来到一个弃绝的阶段，隐退的阶段和弃绝的阶段。
We have to have some plan how we're going to go to Krishna, how we're going to give ourselves more and more fully to Krishna.
我们需要有一个计划，如何把自己更多的奉献给 Krishna。
We want to go to Krishna step by step with full confidence and trust in Krishna.
我们想要一步一步的带着这种完全的信念和信任走向 Krishna。
We should want to fully put our trust in the chanting of the holy name of Krishna.
我们应该完全的信任唱诵圣名，灌注我们全然的信任。
So Srila Prabhupada is talking, some people come to Krishna consciousness, they come with other motives. Their motive is not simply for the service of Krishna, but they have their own material motives in coming to Krishna consciousness.
Krishna 说，有的人接触 Krishna 知觉，带着其他的一些初心，带着一些物质的动机，并不是纯粹的动机。
Even in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna describes four reasons why people come to Krishna consciousness.
在博迦梵歌当中，Krishna 描述了四种人。
Some people come in search of wealth. They come to the Krishna consciousness movement looking for wealth.
有的人是追求财富，他们来到 Krishna 知觉当中是为了获得财富。
Other people are coming in distress.
有的人来到这个 Krishna 知觉当中，是因为他们在经受苦难。
Some people are coming out of curiosity, and then the fourth person are coming in search of knowledge.
有的人是因为好奇，所以才来到这里。最后一种人，是为了寻求知识。
So the most common is people coming in distress. Distress is very common in the material world.
最常见的是因为苦难，因为在物质世界当中，苦难非常的常见。
So we come, in the beginning, we don't come just for Krishna's sake, we come for our own sake.
所以最开始我们接近 Krishna 知觉，并不是说为了 Krishna， 而是说为了我们自己的利益。
But if we cultivate the knowledge, if we hear the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, then gradually we will come to the higher platform and we will want to also take advantage of the knowledge.
但是如果我们逐渐聆听关于奎师那的知识和哲学，我们会提升到一个更高的层次，逐渐能够去理解这些哲学和道理。
So, I think when Prabhupada is talking about people coming to Krishna consciousness and don't really come for Krishna, yeah, they come for other reasons, but they can become purified just simply by being in touch with the Krishna consciousness movement.
帕布帕在讲述有的人接近奎师那知觉，并不是为了奎师那，而是有其他的动机的时候，但是帕布帕说他们会被净化，如果他们对奎师那知觉产生依附的话。
So we know people come to Krishna consciousness in the beginning, they're not pure devotees. They didn't just come for Krishna's sake, but they can become pure devotees in course of time.
我们知道那些接触奎师那知觉的人，在刚开始的时候并不是纯粹的奉献者，但是随着时间的发展，他们可以成为纯粹的奉献者。
Okay? Okay.
Maharaj Vaishnava Vani is raising her hand.
Okay, yes.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Prabhupada. Guru Maharaj, now we read that Mahavishnu is a plenary portion of Krishna. I was wondering why the Sri Vaishnava people, they tell the opposite, that Krishna is an expansion of Krishna. Maybe they are not referring to Bhagavatam, or why is it like that?
Well, they don't always give so much importance to... sorry. Yeah, Jack.
所以这个马哈基的问题就是说，刚才Maharaj 说，Mahavishnu 是奎师那的一部分，但是为什么有一些外师那网会认为奎师那是Mahavishnu 的一部分，或者说他的化身？为什么有人会这样理解？
Yeah. Well, we have to understand there are many scriptures, you see.
我们要理解的是有很多不同的经典，有很多不同的文献。
And different scriptures say different things.
不同的文献有的时候说的内容、说的东西不一样。
They can be translated in different ways also.
有的时候他们被翻译的方法也不一样。
And Vaishnavi, she's talking about some people who are Sri Vaishnavas. So the Sri Vaishnavas, they're from the line of Ramanuja Sampradaya. They have their own acharyas.
所以 Vaishnavi Mataji 讲的是 Sri Vaishnava 这一个使徒传系，它是由 Ramanuja 传下来的。
So they give important, they say they worship Lord Vishnu, and they say Krishna is the expansion of Vishnu, and Vishnu is the supreme.
他们崇拜主 Vishnu， 因此他们说主奎师那是 Vishnu 的一个拓展。
So this is discussed in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. When Lord Chaitanya was in South India, he went to visit one holy place, and he stayed with the Sri Vaishnavas.
这个在永恒的 Chaitanya 经当中有讲到，当主 Chaitanya 在印度的南部拜访一个圣地的时候，他和一些Sri Vaishnava 一些这个使徒传系的人待在一起。
So Lord Chaitanya explained this how actually Lakshmi is a consort of Lord Vishnu.
主切他呀就解释了为什么 Lakshmi 是主 Vishnu 的陪伴，Vishnu 的一个伴侣。
But so Lakshmi is also the consort of Lord Krishna.
Lakshmi 也是 Krishna 的一个伴侣。
But she couldn't get into dance Rasa Leela.
但是她并没有能够进入 Rasa Leela的小时光当中。
But she wanted to go to Rasa Leela, but she wasn't able to enter.
虽然她很想参加 Rasa Leela， 但是她没有能够进去。
So anyway, if you like to read more, you can read in the Chaitanya Charitamrita how Lord Chaitanya talked, and he explained the worship of Radha and Krishna is higher than the worship of Lakshmi Narayan.
如果你感兴趣，可以读 Chaitanya 永恒的 Chaitanya 经里边，他讲述了为什么主 Krishna 和 Radha 是高于Vishnu 和 Lakshmi。
Of course,
Yes.
Of course, the Sri Vaishnavas, they have their philosophy and they will argue against, they don't accept this. You know, so we have to respect their philosophy also.
当然了 Sri Vaishnava 这个属徒传契有他们的哲学，他们不会同意我所说的，我们可以尊重他们的哲学。
Yeah, they are giving more importance to the worship of the Lord in his opulent feature.
他们更加看重的是主非常荣耀的非常美丽的一些特征，非常富裕的一些特征。
But the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, the followers of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they enjoy more hearing about the Lord in his human-like form, where he displays the pastimes of Lord Krishna.
但是高地亚外士那瓦主 Chaitanya 的追随者更加注重的是主奎师那这个人体的形象。
Yes, Guru Maharaj, understand now.
Yeah, we have a nice relationship with the Sri Vaishnavas. They're very friendly and they often help also our Krishna consciousness movement.
我们和施利外士那瓦传系的人有一个友好的关系，因为他们有的时候也会帮助传播这个奎师那知觉的运动。
And you'll see Prabhupada often quotes Ramanujacharya in his purports in explaining different things. He will quote what Ramanujacharya says from some of his scriptures.
帕布帕德经常会引用 Ramanujacharya 他的一些所说的内容在帕布帕的这个书中。
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj, I have one more general question. Now we are preparing for a music festival and we are trying to sing the songs a little bit put good music, sometimes to please the audience, sometimes maybe sing little bit like a Bollywood or something. So is it a good mood to do like this, Guru Maharaj? Or I'm just sometimes thinking maybe the mantra itself is powerful. Maybe I'm overdoing it to make it more attractive or something like that.
所以外士那维玛塔基另外一个问题是，我们在组织一个音乐会，一个音乐节，在这个音乐节当中呢，我们现在想就是放一些能够吸引到听众的音乐，比如说宝莱坞的一些音乐，但是曼陀罗本身就非常的具有力量， 所以我们在音乐的这个考虑上，我们应该怎么去选择？
Well, Prabhupada went to San Francisco at one point, and they arranged for Srila Prabhupada to chant Hare Krishna at a rock concert.
有一次帕布帕德去到旧金山，然后他们在一个演唱会上，让帕布帕德随着这个摇滚乐念诵 Hare Krishna。
Prabhupada did not try to commercialize the chanting of Hare Krishna. He simply chanted as he usually chants.
但是帕布帕没有把这个 Hare Krishna 唱诵商业化，他只是按照一贯的方法唱诵 Hare Krishna。
So, yeah, I mean, you don't want to make the chanting attractive, and certainly Prabhupada appreciated, like George Harrison, how much he did for the Krishna consciousness movement by recording the chanting of Hare Krishna and putting it into a nice commercial, a nice presentation which attracted people, music lovers. They all liked the composition.
当然，你希望把这个 Hare Krishna 的唱诵以一个非常吸引人的方式呈现给大家。比如说 George Harrison， 就是这个英国的这个乐队，他们就把 Hare Krishna 这个做成一个很吸引人的音乐的模式。帕布帕德也很欣赏他们做的这个方法。
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Yeah.
So you have to pray to Krishna to give you the right direction, the right inspiration, that you can do everything nicely for his pleasure.
所以你向 Krishna 祈祷，他能给予你一个方向和指引，让你很好的去完成这件事情。
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Guru Maharaj. Yeah.
Pray for you to be successful in your endeavor.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
我祈祷你会成功。Maharaj Yogita Sorry, Vaishnavi. Oh, Maharaj Yogita Radha Mataji has a question.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Gurudev, please accept my humble obeisances. Gurudev, I had two questions also. The first one, Gurudev, as you read for us, that Vasudeva had himself doubts at times. He said that he believed, I am still the body. So I was wondering, Gurudev,
what did you say?
Vasudeva believed still that he is the body. It was difficult for him to believe. I'm just wondering, Gurudev, it was Lord Krishna was present on earth, was present in the house, but still Vasudeva was having this effect. Why is it so strong, Gurudev? Because the amount of purity was so strong. Did Lord Krishna wanted Vasudeva to have that effect, or not know so much that he is the body? I mean, is there any relationship in this that the Lord wanted him to, not yet wanted him to realize?
马塔基的问题就是瓦苏德瓦，说到他很长时间也认为自己是这个躯体，但是那个时候 Krishna 是在瓦苏德瓦的身边，所以 Krishna 这个存在是没有足够的净化吗？让瓦苏德瓦得到足够的净化吗？他为什么会有这样子的想法？还是说因为 Krishna 想让他这样子想，不想让他意识到我不是这个躯体？
Well, we could also understand that it is simply Vasudeva's humility that he's speaking in that way for the purpose of hearing spiritual knowledge from Lord Krishna.
我们可以把它理解为是瓦苏德瓦仅仅是非常的谦卑，所以才这样说，是为了让我们聆听到灵性的知识。
The Vasudeva is certainly, as we hear, he's eternally the father of Lord Krishna.
正如我们所听到的，瓦苏德瓦是 Krishna 永恒的父亲。
But at the same time, having a son, you naturally be attached to your son. You think of the son, my son.
Yeah.
但是呢，我们知道有孩子或者儿子，我们就会很依附，觉得他是我的儿子。
And Vasudeva and Devaki, they thought of Krishna as being their son.
Vasudeva 和 Devaki 认为 Krishna 是他们的儿子。
It's certainly natural. You have a child. You see people who have children, they naturally have so much love and affection for their child. It's just a natural phenomenon.
所以我们看到有小孩子的人对他们的小孩子就会有这种自然的情感和依附。
So could we say that was one of the reasons that he couldn't get the realization that I'm not the body, because he thought Lord Krishna was his son?
Well, that's what he's saying, yes.
Okay.
那我们可以把这个原因理解为，为什么 Vasudeva 说，认为自己是这个躯体，是因为对 Krishna 的这种依附吗？把 Krishna 看成自己的孩子。Maharaj 说，他是这么说的，我很依附，我对躯体有这样子的依附。
Understood, Gurudev. Very clear. Thank you so much. Now my second question seems to be senseless because I was just going to ask Gurudev if it was so difficult for Vasudeva to realize that I'm not the body, I'm a soul, despite of Lord Krishna's presence, of course, is much, much unexplainably more difficult for us. So can I say that only on having the faith in the words of the Lord and our chanting and doing our duties and services, that's it. That is all that we should have faith on.
That is what?
So we should only have our faith on that, on the words of the Lord, and continue to chant, do our duties and services, and that's it.
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah.
所以如果 Vasudeva 是这样子，那我们这些平常的人是不是就很能理解自己为什么会有这样子的处境？那我是不是就应该更好的念诵，更好的去服务，去提高自己？Maharaj 说是的。
Yes, there's no other way. We have to go through all the process.
Maharaj 说，除了去经历这个进化的过程，我们没有其他的选择。Hare Krishna, do you have any other questions, Yogita Mataji?
No, thank you, Mataji. I'm done. Thank you so much, Gurudev. Very clear now. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, Sati Mataji has a question. Hare Krishna, 顶拜公主和所有奉献者，既然唱诵圣名和奉爱服务那么有力量，请问奉献者会不会受到精微生物体的侵扰？如果受到这些骚扰，是什么原因带来的呢？ Krishna 怎么会允许呢？如果对 Krishna 有坚定信心，就能通过念诵圣名清除掉他们吗？Hare Krishna, obeisance to Guru Maharaj and all devotees. If chanting the holy name and devotional service has so much strength, will devotees be disturbed by some subtle beings? If they do get disturbed, what are the reasons? How can Krishna allow that? If we have very determined faith in Krishna, can we clean these beings through chanting the holy name?
Yes, you can get rid of that by chanting the holy name.
是的，我们可以通过念诵圣名清除掉它们。
It's surprising, though. I mean, if you follow strictly, we shouldn't be troubled by these kind of things.
如果我们非常严格的遵循这些原则，我们不会受到这些精微生物体的打扰。
Sometimes something from the past, somehow they come and they trouble us. But the chanting of the holy name is so powerful, it can overcome any of these influences.
有的时候过去的一些事情会打扰到我们，但是念诵圣名是如此的具有力量我们可以不受他们的打扰。
Of course, we see like Vasudeva and Devaki, they had to be put in prison. They were in prison for years, and their 6 sons were killed in front of them. They suffered so much. They were put in chains by Kamsa. Although they were such great devotees, how could it happen like that they suffered so much?
当然我们可以看到 Vasudeva 和 Devaki他们被 Kamsa 放在监狱里边，然后用绳子用链子锁住他们是伟大的奉献者，为什么还会经历这么多的苦难呢？
Well, we have to accept these things as somehow the plan of the Lord. What can we say? What is the plan of the Lord? We have no idea. Just like Grandfather Bhishma was on the bed of arrows and he was lamenting how much the Pandavas had suffered.
但是有的时候这是主的安排我们能做什么呢？比如说 Bhishma Dave 他是躺在很多的这个剑上在这个时候他说潘度之子经历了这么多的苦难
So he accepted that it's all inconceivably the plan of the Lord.
所以他仅仅是接受主的所有的一切令人不可思议的安排
And we could say it's also reactions just simply due to time.
或者说我们也可以把它看作是因为时间所产生的一种一种反应
But although Vasudeva and Devaki suffered so much, they could go on. They could come through it all and go on and live in Dwarka with Lord Krishna and enjoy the pastimes of the Lord, living with Dwarka.
虽然 Vasudeva 和 Devaki 经历了这么多的苦难，但是他们还可以继续在 Dwarka 和 Krishna 在一起在 Krishna 的逍遥时光之中。
Lord Krishna took them to Dwarka first of all, and then he took them back home, back to Godhead.
Sorry, Maharaj, I didn't hear properly.
And then he took them back home, back to Godhead. After taking them to Dwarka, then they all departed and went back to Godhead.
所以在把他们带到多尔卡之后把他们又带回了灵性的家园
Vasudeva and Devaki, they're from the Vaikuntha. So they live in Dwarka, in Vaikuntha, which is part of the Vaikuntha realm.
Maharaj, there was a lot of noise.
Vasudeva and Devaki, they live in the spiritual world. They're in the Vaikuntha region.
所以 Vasudeva 和 Devaki 他们住在了灵性的居所 Vaikuntha。
And Nanda and Yashoda, they're in Goloka.
Nanda 和 Yashoda 在 Goloka。
So a little different.
所以有一些不一样。
Okay.
I'm not sure if Vaishnavi Mataji has another question. Vaishnavi Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, I was not able to lower my hand, but I have a question now. Like now we are Guru Maharaj. Now we are always hearing that we have to accept everything as the plan of the Lord. I was thinking when Chitraketu, the king, when he was cursed to become a demon, how he didn't get he didn't feel sorry about it. But when Bharata Maharaj, when he became a deer, he didn't accept, he felt sorry about it, right? So sometimes how to accept sometimes as our fault, or sometimes how to accept it as the plan of the Lord. I was really thinking, what is the mindset of the Chitraketu that he didn't get bewildered when he was to become a demon? Because if we become a demon, he won't be able to do any devotional service or something like that. I'm not able to understand that, Guru Maharaj.
所以 Vaishnavi Mata 这个问题就是，Chitu 他变成了一个恶魔，但是他并没有感觉到难过和有什么不妥。但是 Bharata Maharaj 成为了一个鹿之后，他会觉得这是不好的，或者不应该是这样子的。所以什么时候我们知道这个是自己的错，应该有 Bharata Maharaj 这样子的心态，还是什么时候我们应该把它看作是主的一种安排？
Well, you say Chitraketu became a demon, but even in the body of the demon, you could serve Krishna. And he was speaking to Indra, and he was speaking like a devotee, and Indra understood he was a great devotee. And that was why Indra didn't want to kill him.
即使在一个恶魔的躯体里边，也可以从事奉爱服务。他和这个 Indra 说，Indra 知道他是一个奉献者，所以在恶魔的躯体里，他也可以从事奉爱服务。
Now, Bharat Maharaj, he was careless. He had deviated from his spiritual practice. He got absorbed in taking care of the deer.
Bharat Maharaj 非常的不谨慎，他偏离了灵性的练习，从而变成了一个小鹿。
But we see also, even in the body of the deer, he took advantage to go and associate where the holy people were, and he would try to eat the remnants of their food.
但是即使在一个小鹿的躯体里边，他也尝试去好好的利用这个躯体，获得和圣的联谊，吃他们剩下的食物。
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
So devotional service cannot be stopped.
所以奉爱服务没有办法被终止。Maharaj Kirtanandana Mataji has a question. Hare Krishna 顶拜亲爱的 Gurudev， 在联谊时有的奉献者说，谁敢惹我，我就跟谁干。Krishna 惹我，我都敢跟他干，我们应该怎么办？Hare Krishna listens to Guru Maharaj. During the association with devotees, some devotees say, who are against me, I'll be against him. If Krishna is against me, I will also be against Krishna. So what should we do?
If Krishna is against me, I will be against Krishna. Well, I don't know what she's talking about. People talk like that. That's a very materialistic way of thinking. I don't think this is the way. This is the speaking of devotees to speak like that. Who is against me, I will be against him. Devotees we shouldn't speak like this.
Maharaj 说这是非常物质主义的一种想法，就是谁敢惹我就跟谁干。奉献者应该不会这样子想，奉献者应该不应该有这样子的想法。
We do need to cooperate together, try to help each other, work together. That's very important for the success of our Krishna consciousness movement.
我们需要相互合作，彼此合作互助，对于我们的 Krishna 知觉运动来说非常的重要。
Now somebody may be thinking that their way is right, but we have to be open to discuss with other people. Some people may not agree that the way we want to do things is right. It's not that they're against you, but they're just thinking that there's maybe a better way to serve Krishna.
所以说有的人他可能会有不同的想法和一些观点，但是我们应该保持一个开放的心态，这个人应该保持一个开放接纳的心态，而不是说别人在惹他，或者说别人在反对他。
So somebody is against you, somebody has a different opinion from what you have. Well, you have to look at it and we have to consider the situation. We have to consider whose way is right, whose way is the best. And we have to follow according to the different powers which people have. Somebody may be the authority, somebody is not the authority.
所以有的时候，如果有人和我们的意见不一样的话，我们要保持一个开放的态度，然后去聆听，看看谁的想法更好，在这个过程当中去保持一个打开的开放的状态。
You don't want to be fighting with each other about things.
而不是说彼此之间充满斗争。
We want to work together. Once it's a bundle of Prabhupada talked about the bundle of sticks. Bundle of sticks together, very difficult to break, but one stick can easily be broken. But if you have many sticks together, you cannot break easily.
帕帕帕说，一群木棍捆绑在一起的话就很难被折断，但是一根小木棍就会很容易被折断。
So please try to work together, put aside your differences, and be open to discuss and come to some agreement with each other.
所以我们需要互帮互助，然后大家保持一个开放的心态去聆听，帮助彼此，协助彼此。
Don't let the age of Kali come in and influence you. The influence of the age of Kali is we will quarrel and fight with each other about things, about small things, and they'll make them into big things, and we disagree with each other, and then all of our preaching is lost.
所以在卡利年代，不要让这种卡利年代的影响进入到我们当中，因为一些事情彼此之间斗争啊，彼此之间有这个争执啊，有冲突啊，不要让这样子的事情发生。
Okay.
Maharaj, there is one more question. 顶拜 Guru Dev 和奉献者，请问想回归家园必须经历严峻考验吗？ Obeisance to Guru Maharaj and devotees. If somebody wants to go back to home, does he have to go through very severe test?
Well, sometimes, not every time, but sometimes you have to go through tests, yes.
有的时候不是总是，有的时候的确要经过一些考验。
Different for different people.
但是对于每个人来说都是不一样的。
What appears to be like a test for someone, it's not a test at all. It just, they don't even think about it as being a test. Somebody thinks, oh, I've been tested, oh, it's such a big test, but someone else, no, they don't even think about it as being a test.
有些事情对于一些人来说是严峻的考验，但是对于另外一些人来说可能就不是一个考验。
So it's really in the mind. What is a test and what is
所以这个就是在我们的头脑当中，什么我们把它看作是考验，这个是我们自己由自己的头脑决定的。
Just take shelter of Krishna and you can pass over all the difficulties. Don't worry.
仅仅是托比于奎师那，你会去克服一切的考验，不要担心。
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
No more questions, eh?
No more.
So thank Jai. Yaja, huh? Yaja.
Thanks, Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you very much, Maharaji. Yes. Thank you for translation. Thank Padmamukhi. Thank Sati. Thank all the devotees. Mama Gansha Sayara Function Selling Ting.